Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Glycel. You can refer to me as G. And I'm here to talk about the topic about pandemic PEBT. This is for the state of Texas specifically. And the deadline to apply, you need to apply by August 13, 2021 in order to be eligible or in order to take advantage of the benefits that are out there. I think the worst thing at this time is not taking advantage of the opportunities and assistance that is available to you. That's free money. And I don't know about you, but my kids eat like there is no tomorrow. And if it can help you, really my channel is about helping. If I can help you any way I can, I definitely want to find, if I've helped one person, I think that's a great accomplishment. I think it's difficult when you don't know what's out there, and missing on all those missed opportunities can really hurt you. If you can get yourself ahead by any stretch of the imagination, if you can just get through it, through some of the programs that I'm going to mention in my other videos, so please stay tuned for those videos. I do have a lot of programs that might be helpful, or maybe something you didn't even realize the state of Texas offers. So this is about the PEBT, making sure that you apply for the 2021 PEBT program that's available for you. So I'm going to give you an idea. Really, you only have to meet one criteria, and I'm going to go through that with you. And I'm reading this, I'm quoting this information directly off of the hhs.texas.gov. I am not by any means a financial or counselor, but I'm just sharing you my personal experience, my personal insight. So in order to be able to, you just have to meet one of the following criteria. And this is for the 2020-2021 school year. So in order, you just have to meet one, now just one, of the criteria, and that's certified. You needed to be certified for free or reduced price meals through the National School Lunch Program. Nice. And then the other thing is you can, you would have to attend a community eligible provision or Provision 2 school that offers free meals to all students through the National School Lunch Program. And I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. And then born, or you could be born after August 1st, 2014 in a family who receives SNAP benefits for at least 1 month between October 2020 and June of 2021. So those are 3 pieces of the puzzle. If you meet one of those criteria, definitely apply. So I'm going to follow up with, we fell under step 2, which was our kids did attend a school that did offer free meals. So what happened was our school that my kids go to do not typically get free lunch. But through the pandemic, their school and the district decided to offer all students free lunch, regardless of income. So when it came around, when the kids were finished up with school and this program, our lunch program sent me an email with the application link. So check your emails. And I wasn't really sure if we were going to qualify for the program, but it was really simple. It's a short application. So I put my information, my social, I put my kid's name, their social. I did put their social. There's a part where it talks about some type of like code or number that you have for your child, like if you have a food, nutritional, if you're under some type of reduced lunch, or you might have a code or something, and you might be able to utilize that. But it seemed like I wasn't really quite sure, and it just seemed to make the process very difficult. But it mentions if you just put your child's social in there, it actually will simplify the applying process, and they get through the system really easy doing it through the social. So that's what we did. I did apply through the social, and you put what school district they're in, or what school they're going, you know, the school district, the school that they're going or went to. And this is really for children all up until the age of 21. So if this fell for those children, if you have children up until the age of 21 that went to, and it's going to give you the list of schools. So when you're going through it, it's actually going to give you the list of schools that they went to. And it's going to give you a list of, even if they went to a private school. So take a look at that. You might be eligible in the event you your kids did go to a private school. So once I applied, it was fairly simple. We were able to get, I want to say it was in a matter of 2 weeks, I was able to get a letter or response that we would be receiving the PEBT card. So that PETB card, and the amount will vary. It's really taken a calculation of the number of days they would have been in learning remotely. If your child did learn remotely, it does take in consideration some type of calculation where you are learning remotely to determine how much you will be awarded. And our kids did remote for the entire school year. I did not send my kids back to school. It was hard. I believe it. You know, if you had to send your kids to school, and I have 6 of them, so if you did have to send your kids to school, you know, but there was a time period that you were actually did do homeschool with them, then that may play a factor. But, you know, something is something. Really, the maximum benefit of how much you will get, that is going to be calculated, again, based on the number of days that they would have been at the pandemic school, you know, doing the homeschooling. So for each child, you can receive the maximum benefit of $1,200. It says on here it's like an unusual calculation. It says it's approved a daily benefit of $6.82. That covers the cost of 2 meals and a snack. So it does give you, if you go on the website, and I'm going to show you the information, it's going to tell you how they kind of calculate how much you receive. But if you want to kind of gauge it, I would say about $1,200. So guesstimate about $1,200. And you can use that PEBT card, and that's good for a year. So if you're like, well, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to utilize all those benefits right away, it's going to take me time. Because you might have other resources to obtain food, like, you know, through food programs or your local food pantry. So, you know, this money is probably just going to sit in there for a little bit longer, but you have up to a year to utilize those benefits. So if that is something that you can do, definitely take advantage of it. What I will say, and I'm just going to mention this because my friend, she actually, if you are a single individual and you have an ex, or you know, the parents are split up, you're a single parent, and the other parent is actually a recipient of PEBT, I will say that if they are, and they actually, you know, have your children under, had your children under them, if they did receive SNAP at one time through your ex, then I will say they will send, if you apply, they will actually send you a letter that the PEBT might have been issued. So if you applied And if they were actually issued already, you will actually receive a letter in the mail in regards to that. But if they misplace their SNAP card, because again, this is if your ex had them under SNAP, under food stamps, if you're not aware of it, if they were under food stamps between those time frames of October, this was through October 2020 through June 2021, if for some reason your ex had them on food stamps just for 1 month, only had to have them on for 1 month, they would have automatically, typically they would have automatically been issued PEBT. So, and that would have been placed on their card if you don't have a card. So your ex would have had it on their card. And if they did, and you apply for PEBT, just keep in mind, you will need to keep in mind that if you have the kids for the summer, you probably want to reach out to your ex and say, hey, can I get some of that PEBT money? Because really I'm the one watching the kids during this summer, and I'm the one who needs the money at this time. So however you want to do that. But that is something I wanted to mention. Just in case you apply for it, you will receive a letter saying PEBT was issued. And if you don't have the SNAP card or food stamp card, then reach out to them. And if for some reason your ex threw it away or they misplaced it, call. There is a Lone Star. You can actually contact Lone Star for a lost card, and they will just issue a new card to you for that PEBT if at one time they were receiving SNAP because you didn't really think about it. And that was kind of the case for my friend. She explained to me that her ex had to apply for a new Lone Star card. So there goes to show you. But anyways, I'm going to show you the website, and hopefully it'll help you. Again, if you're not in need and know somebody who is in need, please feel free to share this video. I think it's so important that we help one another. I think, you know, sometimes when I was younger and we were struggling to make ends meet, it's scary when you, I think the most simple thing in life, which is like buying, you know, I think buying food, you know, which should be something everybody should be able to afford and do it without worry, is such a concern when we live in America. It should be a given right for everybody to be able to get any amount of food they need at any time without having to worry. But most of us think about making sure we have a roof on our head, and we put food as kind of like those third or fourth requirements, you know, how, you know, make sure you have a roof over your head. So stay tuned. I will have additional videos on things you can do, you know, things you can kind of tweak. I will have a lot of videos on, and I have videos about cleaning. Really, I think the purpose of my life is to help others. And if I could do that through a video, I think I've done, if I could do it just for one person, I think it's a great accomplishment. So please subscribe. Thank you.